Next on Power. Nah, 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 nah. Next on Conversations with Cliff.
Hey, sure. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Conversation with Cliff. I'm joined with the usual suspect. I got Queen 17, aka Black Jewel, aka Black Mercury Mutant, aka the Conscious Queen, aka she's a shooter. Look at her, she ready. She's got that Crenshaw shirt on, so we know she with the Crenshaw district. Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling? Good luck.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
good. Happy
All
lady.
right. Shit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these fairy tales. I want to do this so bad.
Ladies, pat your wings, ladies. Put your hands up.
I don't know how y'all just want to do that so bad.
Yeah, oh, you do. Better get you something.
I
Get real
do.
ghetto and get you a fork.
I do. I ain't got no fork. I got like the comb with the little the pointy end. Yeah. Um, you may get my train of thought. What are we talking about? Hey, let's talk about these fairy tale ideologies. You women, you ladies. Yeah. Y'all, you people, make up in your mind about men or in a relationship aspect. Like how how do we get? Or not we. Is it true to women having this made up construct of what their husband should be
Well,
in the boyfriend stage?
I saw this talk, Coach D. Bryant, right?
Yeah.
Was talking about when we meet a man, we automatically idealize who we think he should be to fit us in our narrative. And I just wanted to say, she's absolutely right. But if we meet you and we like you, that thought went through our head that we visioned that made us be like, yes, it's him. That's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give you that crown initially, like what we think that crown should have and should be and what it is. We absolutely do make up in our heads who we think you are in the dating stage. And that does bring the disappointment. Or a lot of times feeling like, oh, men ain't no good. Uh, he was bad to me. But meanwhile, he was never what you thought he was supposed to be. He
Right.
had the qualifications or showed you the intentions that you felt he should be showing you, what was good for you. So yeah, she was absolutely right about that.
But like, how do we get there? And then like give me some examples. You meet a man, y'all vibing, it's cool. What kind of ideas do you just project and say this is that guy, this is my guy?
Hey, I got this joke right. When the devil want to deceive you, he send you a good looking man with that bag,
Terrible.
and let it fly from there. You know what I'm saying? Just let your imagination run. But no, just kidding. But in all actuality, I
You
think it
serious?
comes from women having like childhood movies.
Uh,
We were
yeah.
shown and believe that Prince Charming is coming. We see a man that gets our attention and he's putting forth effort, we automatically think this is Prince Charles. Not Prince Charles, this is the Prince. Not Prince Charles, but not
Yeah.
that bad. But this is the Prince. You know what I'm saying? We've been hearing about, we've been waiting on. Like we know God was sending him. His GPS finally started working. Here he is. You feel me? Like I believe that's what it is. Like we all hope for that fairy tale because as little girls, we were groomed and raised to believe that our prince and our charming prince gonna come save us and be all that and
Yeah. So okay, now we let y'all living in this fairy tale fantasy land, and then reality comes in and kicks all that out the way. Like, are you now changing your thought process to say, okay, I was tripping. He's not whatever image I made up of him. This is him over here for real. Do you go back and apologize, or go back and reprogram your mind to say this is who I actually have, or do you catch an attitude and be mad and pissed off on these extra expectations that you created in your brain?
Well, depending on the area of life that woman is in and her thinking process determines how she gonna react. Always
Okay.
react the same. We see from experience, I've done it. Every woman has done it. A lot of us, a lot of times, will say, "Well, I could see that in him. He ain't showing that, but me loving him could bring that out of him." So maybe we not seeing
Mm.
it, but we know it's deep down in there. We believe it. We could bring that up out of him. We see his potential when he don't see that potential. And I don't even know if it's potential because just because it's what we want, don't mean it's what's right for him. And his
I'm glad you said that.
yeah.
I'm glad you said that because now it sounds like I created this image. Um, I feel, not I know, but I feel like he's going to potentially get to where I want him. It's not, I had a conversation with him. It's not, I said, hey, these are the things that I would like to see us doing in the future. But again, you just made it up in your mind, and this is what it is. How do we move past this notion of this build a bear man that women create in their mind and live in reality? Like, how do we?
The thing that most of us don't want to do initially, like from the gate, and what y'all don't want us to do either, but what's needed to get an understanding. Ask questions, questions, and more questions. Be curious. Learn that person. If you think he all that and you feel that potential is in there, then get curious about him. It's okay to y'all don't want to hear it. We too know we nosy, we talk to it, but in the end, that's what you need for us to play our role is to ask you questions. If we're not asking you questions, we project it onto you what it is we think you should be or what we want you to be or what we want you to become.
So this is not the same. This is not the same thing as laying out your requirements, and then I'm I'm trying to get the draws. I ain't trying to do nothing else but get them panties. So then my representative is gonna show you all those requirements. That's not the
Oh,
same conversation.
no, because I didn't say nothing about requirements. I didn't say go in there telling him this what I like, this what I like, this what I want, this what I won't have, this what I had, this what I'm gonna have, this is what I should have. I didn't say that. I said ask questions.
Okay.
Find out who
Okay.
he, what I'm saying? Like that's a lesson that man, for me, I'm speaking experience. I'm not speaking like preaching that for me. Ask more questions. Don't just be la la land about the possibilities of things or, Cinderella or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't be that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to ask the hard questions, not the easy questions. The hard
Okay.
questions. Where did you grow up? Your siblings? How's your mom and your dad together? How is your relationship with your mom? How's your relationship with your dad? You know what I'm saying? Like things are important from childhood. A lot of people don't like to talk about their childhood, but you will learn a lot from people when you start to find out their upbringing and the environment that they was brought up in.
So is it a red flag and making you want to back up and rethink dealing with somebody if they come off? So a lot of men, based on what you just asked, and say, well, tell me about your relationship with your parents. How were you and your mom? How are you with your siblings? A lot of men will think I need to give this traumatic, deep, miserable life, so it draws me closer to her. I didn't have a relationship with my dad; he wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Mom was working, and she, saying she did the best she could. But I raised myself because I was just out here doing my own thing, and I was just looking for love.
Well, leave it at that. But say that
Yeah, but now is that genuine?
if that's what it is, if that's what it is for you, you have no relationship with your parents. Even if you breaking generational curses, even if you fighting your demons, even if you learning yourself, even if you're aware, there's still something inside you that has to deal with abandonment or that deals with abandonment or that's working through abandonment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've dealt with it from a child coming up. Like it take lifetimes to heal those kind of wounds. Those wounds don't just You know what I'm saying? It takes forever just to recognize you have them. A lot of people running around don't even know that they have that.
Yeah, yeah. Don't recognize it at all. Like they just
You
want to
gotta go
blame it.
to detail, talk about how you got beat on every day by your drug addicted mom, or your dad was an alcoholic and he beat your mom. I'm not telling you. I'm not asking you for you to necessarily tell me the situations.
Yeah,
I'm asking for a summary
yeah,
so I understand what I'm kind of dealing with on a mental level, because the mind lead the head is the leader. The mind gonna lead everything else. So you know what I'm saying? I want to know how you think, why you think. Like I said, I'm a cerebral person, so to me that
yeah,
gives you out of the stuff you want that you need to know.
yeah. So give me the surface information,
Yeah,
and then as time progresses, we can open up to the details.
right. Because I gotta understand you when I'm talking to you, when I'm dealing with you, when you
Right.
things that oppose how I feel, or when you not agreeing with things that I feel like it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for me to have some type of solid understanding of why,
Yeah.
like possibly why this could be, instead of me just automatically assuming because you look like $1,000,000, you come from a silver spoon and everything is all great, and you never been through nothing, and you don't have no hard times because you got both your parents in your house, but you don't know. Meanwhile, they was beating me and my siblings and each other. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Or one, one parent had substance abuse, or and the other parent threw themselves into their work to get away from that other parent and the kids.
and to it became a norm for I just got to provide.
I
Like
just gotta provide. Yeah,
our parents felt like a good parent is a parent that's providing, not
right.
necessarily a parent that's talking to you. Not necessarily. We grew up here. I'm not your friend. Well, I'll tell you what. I am my kid's friend. I'm their friend, they mama, they confidant, they co-defendant. You know what I'm saying? Like they judge me like I'm gonna be everything with them. Whatever they need from me at that time, that's what I am. But we come from parents that I'm the provider, and that's all I was supposed to be.
That's
So
it.
I'm gonna go
That's it.
hard on that to forget everything else.
That's it. That's it. So that the thing you just said about being your kid's friend, I know we talk about relationships, and this is dealing with relationships. I'm the total opposite. I am not your friend. I am not your little friend. Like no, I don't want to be your boy. I don't want to be your partner. None of that. Do I want to hear you? Yes. Do I want to be there for you? Yes. Will I ride for you? Hell yeah. But I think, and this is even going into relationships, between a man and a woman, where kids think that the entitlement of, well, you my parent, you supposed to dot 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 dot.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people in relationships, women in particular, are saying, well, you're the man, you're supposed to dot 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 dot, and a lot of men don't know what those dot dot dots are. So we need to say this, because it makes me cringe to hear a woman say, well, you're supposed to know. What am I supposed to know?
I think it's because we kind of intuitive by nature as being feminine. We our body give us messages. So at times we don't understand. Like, come on, dummy, you ain't getting the messages too. Like, shit, get with it. Like, wake up. You don't feel that. Like, and a lot of times, no, because
100% of the time.
it's a superpower for women to have instinct and to have deep intuition. Not just everybody has a level of intuition, but
Yeah.
some women have it, and if we utilize it, we understand it. We have it like a sixth sense. We like what they call it, the clairs, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircont. It's I think it's five of them where some people feel. Go
And
ahead.
I'm gonna give you one more. It's called clarification. With us, we most men will have that same thought or feeling that y'all have, right? But we are waiting for you to come clarify it with us. We don't go on enough dates. I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to do that. I wish my man did X, Y, and Z like I see on TV or I see my other friends do. Cool, cool. We might have that same thought, but come clarify with us, because I might think Your idea of the date night that you want is we just went to the movies, or we went out to dinner, or we did this. But if you come and clarify with me and say, hey, instead of us going to dinner, let's go on a picnic. Let's go hang out at the museum because that's what I want to do. I love the dinner. That's cool, but let's go do this.
That's a slippery slope because a lot of times, first of all, it's hard to when you have such a strong feeling about things. A lot of times, it's hard to explain that, like put that into words. And if it's a woman that come from like an upbringing of not really being listened to or not being
Right.
heard, where her voice was suppressed, it may be even harder.
True.
A woman that really don't know, a lot of times women say, I want to go here, I want to go there, but really she just telling you, I want your quality time. Really, that's what she's saying. It ain't. I don't think it's really about the movie. Yeah, sometimes you might want to go see this and that, but ultimately, you want that time, like the substantive time, not just we next to each other in a movie theater. Not saying that. Don't nobody want to do that. Like I want you time, like where we bonding.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I can
hard.
get that.
Sometimes it's hard to explain that, or we don't know that we need to explain that that's what it really is. We don't know what we want to do because all we really want to do is bond with you. We want to, you know what I'm saying? We want that energy from you.
And that just as you said it, that's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need. Most most men are simple. We're not complicated. It only gets complicated when we try to communicate with each other without saying anything. That's when it gets complicated. I'm trying to figure out what you want. You trying to figure out what I want. But what we ain't doing is communicating about what we want together. We're not. That's what we're not doing. Let's sit on this couch. Let's watch this movie together. Let's hold
Right.
each other, get through it, and keep it moving. Or let's go out. Let's go for a walk.
And it make me think of the speaking back on this idealizing situations of how we want our men to be. Coach D. Bryan was talking about how men complain a lot about you as she said a woman say that I want to go here, I want to go eat, and then you say, well, where do you want to go? And she said, I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me.
Another
What she
problem.
said about that makes a lot of sense because it's a fact that we jump into relationships to heal holes within us, to fill a void. So if we jump into relationships before we truly got the time to know what we like I read this book one time where this woman said every man that she dated, she ate the type of eggs he liked. She
Right.
never knew what type of eggs she liked because she was so busy trying to be the best thing for the person she was dating.
Right.
So when they turn around and ask you, so what is it that you want to do? It seems condescending, like you slapping me, but being nice about it. But what you want to do? Because I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know because I don't know me. I haven't learned what it is that I really want. I haven't taken out the time to understand what it is that I like to do. So we have that issue a lot in our community.
Yes.
I've had it at times. I still, you know what I'm saying. Gotta. I spend a lot of time selfish. Like I spend a lot of selfish time, and people will shame you for that. Like, oh, you selfish. You always work. You have to know what you like.
Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.